All I smell is bullshit.
2017 was an interesting year for Best Animated Feature, because while it may not be the worst lineup this award has ever seen, but it can also be argued that it's the most infamous lineup this category has had thus far. It has some strong, even unique choices for the time, but it can also be argued half the entire shortlist from that year, including the winner, had better alternatives that were snubbed in favor of them. The Boss Baby is the most infamous of 2017's nominees, but there was also a second black sheep among them. Ferdinand, the only other Blue Sky movie in their lifetime to ever get a nomination for this coveted award. And if The Boss Baby is an infamous example of the Academy not caring about animation and just nominating whatever, then by that logic, if Ferdinand is infamous for anything other than the dabbing horses, it's being the most blatant example of a safe choice this category has ever made. To be fair, I really like the first third of this movie, and Ferdinand's friendship with Nina is just so sweet and wholesome, and I really like the China shop scene. But once we get to the ranch, it quickly becomes like any other generic animated kids movie with far too many characters in its lineup. And because of this, many of the connections Ferdinand is supposed to make with the other animals is very underdeveloped. Lupe is by far the most annoying comic relief in this ranking so far. The hedgehogs aren't annoying, but they aren't funny either. And the final act goes on for far too long in my opinion. The chase scene through the city was great, and is easily the best part of this entire movie, but the ending bullfight is a little unnecessary, especially since the original story didn't have an ending fight. Also, this doesn't add anything, but Ferdinand probably has the worst joke in this entire ranking.
I've fallen and I can't get up!
And while I do like Ferdinand and Nina's friendship, I'd care about them being separated more if it wasn't forgotten about for a good chunk of the runtime in favor of dancing cows. And that's just Ferdinand. It's a passable kids film, but nothing else. And I think it's obvious there is no reason A Silent Voice should have been snubbed in favor of the movie with dabbing horses. Now to the real question. I bet you're wondering, given my thoughts on Goko, what movie would I have swapped it out for that year? Bird Boy and the Forgotten Children, and it's not even close.